Welcome to the PEOPLE Chronicles. I'm Jackie Hoffman, and we are joined by a great group of guys here during our podcast, and we are celebrating Reading today, to say the least. That's what we're doing. We have Eric Rodriguez joining us, Ricky Azario, David McFarland, and Joel Ramos. Thank you all for coming along and joining us today.
Absolutely.
No, thank you.
Joel, we start off each podcast with the same question so that everyone has a little idea of what it is that we're going to be talking about and how far we're going to dig deep. So, Joel, tell us, what is it that you want people to learn from your story today?
Pretty much what we want people to learn is that you're never too small to make a big difference, and to not kind of sit back in the crowd and allow everybody else to do the work for you. Pretty much stand up, be tall, and it's trying to make a change for everything. So that's pretty much what we want.
Excellent. And Eric, you are joining us today. Actually, I had the correspondence with you back and forth to figure out how we were going to get together and what we were going to share with our listeners. So Eric, we're going to start with you. Tell everyone what it is that you do for a living and how long you've been doing it.
My name is Eric Rodriguez, and I've been working at Mike and Joe's Barbershop for right around 17 years now. And I became owner around like 11 years ago, and I worked with great people before I became the owner alone, but great people like Mike Skrepsy and Thad Haynes, who've been my mentors and helped me become a business owner, learn the whole business, and I put together a great team now, and Reading knows it. Reading now knows it. We have a great team. We're Team Mike and Joe's.
And where are you located?
We're at 1206 Schuylkill Avenue, right across the street from Glenside Homes.
Okay.
You know, people often think it's a rough area, but what I can say about our barbershop that's a little unique and different than others is our barbershop is a melting pot. We have every nationality that comes. We're not just a one barbershop stop for just Latinos. We do it all. We do it all. Every nationality comes to our doors every day.
And everyone has a good time, too. It's just like everyone understands the vibe there.
All right.
It's definitely family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
So, David, where do you work and what do you do for a living?
Well, I work, hello, I'm David McFarland. Hello, everyone. I work at Reading Hospital Emergency Department. I've been doing that for the past 5 years now. I haven't thought about it like that, but all right. And I'm a client at Mike and Joe's Barbershop. I remember back in the days where Eric used to practice on me when I was a little kid when he went to school, and he's been my barber ever since, and now these guys are as well.
All right, and we're going to find out how you joined together with them for what it is that you're doing. All right, Ricky, you're the quiet one in the bunch, I think. Those are the ones that you have to watch out for. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Ricky Azario, and I work at Mike and Joe's Barbershop. I've been with these guys for going on about 8 months now. I've been cutting hair for, I would say, about 8 years now total, and I love what I do, and I love these guys.
All right, thank you. Joel, getting back to you, as you started things off during our podcast and letting people know that Reading's not such a bad place, and some of the areas, you may be a little cautious, but there's really no reason to feel the fear when you have a great group of guys like you who are trying to get the word out to people that, hey, you know what? It's okay to be a little scared sometimes, and it's okay to look at someone or kind of, give them a different, a cold shoulder just because of the way they look or where they're from. And that's completely not fair. But you're doing something that you want to see get bigger and better as the years go by. And there's something that you started off with in the barbershop. And it's funny that you have a client here with you today. And what I find so funny is when women go to a beauty salon, everyone's always talking about the other person or, what they're having, done, nails, hair, skincare, whatever it is. And you guys are doing the complete opposite. You don't really care what's going on in somebody else's life as long as you're helping someone, which is unheard of a lot. So tell us.
Is it because we're males?
Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, we still have fun too.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
But how did you even come up with a spark of trying to make your barbershop different, or make your story different than anybody else's?
Well, getting back to the your first thing you said about Reading, I had moved away from Reading when I was 20 years old. So I lived 12 years of my life in Lancaster. And then coming back home has been probably the best decision I've made, because I linked up with Eric at my cousin's wedding, and he said, I am looking for someone not to work for me, I'm looking for someone to work with me. Mm-hmm. And I sat on it for 2 weeks. And the true story is, I remember opening a Degree deodorant, and it was a brand new package, and I opened it up, and I said, all right, if this is the best decision for me, give me a sign. And I said to God, give me a sign. I opened it, and there it was like laser printed on the deodorant. It said, go for it.
How about that?
And I didn't need nothing else.
Where do you buy your deodorant?
I didn't need nothing else. I called AE and I said, all right, I'm coming in 2 weeks. And that was it. And, you know, in November, it'll be 7 years that we work together. And we have found our one common thing is baseball. Mm-hmm. Even though he's a Yankees fan and I'm a Phillies fan, and we go at it.
See, women talk about The Voice and, you know, Entertainment Tonight, mm-hmm. and, you know, who's going to be the next, who's got the best talent out there in the world in the American Idols, and you guys got baseball. It's good. So what did you do with that?
Well, in 2009, of course, the Phillies played the Yankees, and then the Yankees were victorious. As much as that hurts me, but they won. And yeah,
and they won pretty easy too.
Yeah, it was 4-2. I guess that's easy. And then in 2010, both teams were eliminated the exact same way in the playoffs. And we came into work that next Tuesday, and I said to E, I said, "Yo, I can't believe both of our teams lost that way." And I pretty much said, "Let's play a softball game. I'll represent the Phillies, you represent the Yankees." And he said, "How's it going to work? So let's get the clients involved. Let's let them choose a side. We'll have a sign-up sheet, and everything else just went from there." And like I said, this is going to be our third game.
That was the tip of the snowball down the mountain.
It's a snowball effect, big time.
All right, so David, tell us how you, as a client, you actually signed up for the baseball game, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
And so then what happens? You're at the first game.
Well, first I signed up to be, obviously be a part of what my barbershop, is put together, and to obviously show my superior athletic skills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Modestly speaking, of course. But honestly, love these guys, wanted to be a part of what they were doing. So I joined, and I saw progressively how things were moving. Like, the first time I just signed up just to have fun and, just add fuel to the fire here between the Yankees and Phillies, rivalry in the barbershop, because we have a lot of fun with that. And just each year, it just got better. Well, this is the third year. Last year was, a big step up from what it was previously. And, there was an added cause to last year, and I guess, we might get into that a little bit later. But that's why I'm a client. These guys are great guys. And that's why I wanted to be a part of it.
And it's funny because we're known for that in our barbershop. People come in for the first time and they're like, they look up and we have it decorated. Like my side is all like Phillies out, his is Yankees out. And people come in and go, how do you work together? Like, how is it? Oh, I'm sitting over here because I like the Phillies. Oh, I'm sitting over here because I like the Yankees. And it's funny to us, and we get a kick out of it because that's our staple. That's what we're known for.
All in good fun. Everybody stirs the pot. It's a good time all the time.
But everybody knows my side is pretty nicer.
I knew that was coming. All right, let's chat with Ricky, who you're going to tell us. We want to get back to the reason that you came up with a cause. It wasn't originally when you had the baseball game in mind. You didn't really realize that it was going to be such an awesome turnout. Mm-hmm. You didn't really realize that so many people were going to get involved. So, Ricky, why don't you tell us a little bit about the very first year, and then how things are from this point. Or Eric, whoever wants to handle that.
He wasn't here.
Okay, well, let's take it from you, Eric.
Well, how it started, and we added a charity in the second year, was we have a really good friend of ours. His name is Elvis, and he came into the barbershop one day, and we love his dog. He has a dog named Bones, And Bones has a story. And Elvis came into one day and he told us a story that his dog is losing his eyesight and that he needs a surgery. And he went around to a couple different vets and they gave him different prices. But he found a vet that was willing to do the operation for a good price at a cash price. And so I asked Elvis how much, and he gave me a price, and it was pretty steep. But I said, hey, why don't we just put a bucket up and see what happens?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it all started. I mean, I put the bucket up on our workstation, and I knew I loved dogs, and I know Joe loves dogs, and David loves dogs. We all have a dog, but I didn't know how much people really love dogs, because I'm a new pet owner, but I absolutely love dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, I look in the bucket, there's a 20 in there, a 50 in there, and I'm like, oh my God, we're going to be able to help save this dog's eyesight. So then, of course, we use social media, and we pushed it even further, and Bones can see clear as day today.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing. Like, so then we came up with an idea. How do we give back? So Elvis is good friends with Harry over at the ARL, and he said, why don't we have a charity softball game and give money back to the ARL, to give back to what people did for me. So we pieced it together. We did a Phillies-Yankees theme again, and the first year was an absolute success. We raised over $1,000 in one afternoon with just a softball game. And it just shows you how much people can come together. It was amazing. That was probably the most amazing thing that I was ever involved in my life. And I'm 38 years old now, and that's probably one of the biggest things I've ever done in my life, to be
involved
in something so small but so big.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I
Yeah.
mean, making a difference like that when you don't think that you're even on the map, or that people are even listening to what your ideas are.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And how many people you've reached. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. And when we do come back, we're going to find out more about your clients and how great they are wrapping themselves around the next event. And we're also going to talk to you, David. You have a shirt on different
Yes.
from everyone else's that says "Feel Good."
Absolutely.
I can't wait to find out why.
All right.
That's coming up on the PEOPLE Chronicles.
Okay.